Whoa. What's happening? It's crazy out here. We haven't even started the show, and fireworks has gone off. Oh, man, it's so much fun. You are rocking with us on this Tuesday. We are here. We are live in the building on the Total Sports Podcast presented by the Executives U. I'm subbing in. I am filling in as your host, the villain himself, Mr. Jordan. I don't do it by myself. I got the man, the myth, the legend himself, LG, the smooth one, the man
Hey,
riding on swingers down in the H town. LG in the building. What it do,
bro,
baby?
man. You see what I'm rocking today, man? I'm rocking my Niners, bro. It is
That's right.
finally coming, man. We kicking off our Niners show, man. It's in the woodworks next Monday. Shameless plug. Hey, shameless plug.
Yeah. Plug it, man. You do. There's so many people, even people that I work with at my full time 9 to 5 Niner fan. They're like, when y'all do the show, send them the link. It's out there. The Niner
Yeah,
gang is thick. That
yes.
y'all run like a herd, man. It's real.
Hey,
So I'm so excited.
me too, man. Hey, look, everybody didn't think that we was in the kitchen cooking, but we was cooking it up, man. I had to add a little spices to it, man, make my gumbo, but we there.
Exactly. You mean just like got a little bit of a little bit of sipping on something, some syrup or something, some
Yeah,
weed,
man.
whatever y'all got down there.
The
But
whole
listen, I'm
nine.
glad, man. I'm
Oh,
excited. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait for you guys to pop that off. But we are here on the Total Sports podcast kicking it off. I mean, there's a lot that's gone on in this past week. We kicked off the March Madness, has some crazy outcomes. We whittled down the field of I guess it starts with 72, and then it gets to 64, and then it goes all the way down to Sweet 16. So you get from the field of 64 down in a weekend to 16. It's so weird. You have games, from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then it's like Monday, Tuesday. We got like no games. Yeah, women's games that were pretty solid, unless you're Syracuse. Um, that is unfairly targeted to have to go to UConn and face UConn in the tournament. Did you see that? Did you see that, LG? I
yeah,
mean,
bro.
come on.
You know what? It's it's I get it. It's twofold to it, but it's the way the
Hmm.
women's game is set up, and
Yeah,
be a number one seed, and then they had to come to you.
yeah.
I mean, but it is
Yeah,
hard.
like that. I totally agree with you, LG. Like it's set up to, if you are good enough.
But it's the what's call it. Like that's the crazy part to me is that don't get mad at the team, get mad at the system.
Mhm.
So the system has to be fixed. And we get it why women sports do that. Like, dude, the women's game is like that because I hate to say it, they don't want to pay the bill. We always say it. They don't like money. They don't want to pay the five. So of
Pick
course,
five.
you don't want to pay that travel. You don't want to have, people at these, big arenas and stuff like that. So, they want to make it where they can, easy come, easy go. So you're gonna play on campus. And if you're the number one seed all the
Mhm.
time, like UConn, you're gonna have to go play it at UConn. So
Well, I think it's more to the fact that, think of it like this: if you're in a closer proximity to your school, right? So Syracuse is it's not it's far from UConn, but if you needed to, you can drive there. I think it's about 6 hours or so. So they want to get the games, these brackets in a proximity so that fans can travel and get to the games and they can maximize as much revenue as humanly possible. That's why they do it, right? So it's not because I felt what she was saying, that she always has to go to UConn, but when she kind of came out, and I'm talking about the coach at Syracuse, I'm going to forget her name. I apologize, but when she came out and was talking about how she's unfairly targeted and stuff, I'm like, all right, you missed me with that. I can understand that maybe you want to change the rules, but we're also talking about, we talked about, I think, a year ago, the discrepancy in men's March Madness and women's March Madness, was just with the money, with the finances, how the men's are put in these nice hotels and the women not so much nice hotels, right? So there was that discrepancy. So The women's game is totally different than what the men's game is. And the women's game is just trying to maximize the dollars. In the men's game, they can travel, they get the crowds to go, and they can sell out arenas. It's a different ball game, right?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I hate to be a dude like that, but in the women's game, you kind of can't afford to send these women all everywhere. Even if you look at like their times. Remember, I've been
Hmm.
up on it. I said don't have them play the same time as the men. I mean,
Right.
they've been kind of overlapping now, but I'm quite sure if you look at the viewership, the men's to the women, they have them playing it. They had them playing. I think they played what tonight. They had them
Yeah, I
playing
think
like yeah, they have them playing on games when days when the men aren't playing because they just don't generate the revenue the men do, but you don't want to have the conflict. So
right.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, they even had the women, the conference tournament start a week before the men's. You know what I mean? And that's not done, out of accident. That's intentional, right? To maximize the revenue, the viewership, and all that good stuff. So while I feel what she's saying, maybe there's something that can change. I mean, listen, I like watching on the women's game. I think the tournament it's more top heavy in the women's than it is in the men's, right? But the one thing I do want to ask you
Top
too
heavy
that
is
I
not
saw
even the
today.
word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you get like the really power schools, and then you're talking about a 4 seed that can't compete with a 1 seed, and that's not the case in the men's game, right?
Not
So
at
I
all.
mean, the tournament for the women's doesn't get exciting until probably the Elite Eight for me, right? But I can still watch it. But one thing that came out that was interesting, and I want to get your take on it. They I was watching one of the shows. I don't want to give them props, you know what I mean? But they were saying how Cinderellas are dead in the men's game. And I think a lot of that has to do with, these the power schools getting the power kids with the NIL money. They could pay for these kids to come in there. I mean, even BYU, Utah has got a lot of money. That Utah is putting a lot of schools in college football and now college basketball in tournaments and all that good stuff. They've had good showings like Utah State, Utah, BYU, what have you. But the Cinderella Darling team is pretty much dead to them. And like you're really starting, if you pick chalk outside of Florida, you did pretty well. I mean, even though Texas coaches team is an 11 seed, they're 11 seed from the SEC, right? So, I mean, do you think the Cinderella, the traditional Cinderella, is dead?
I'm not gonna say it is because these guys, they it's a lot of one and dones, and we've seen it
Hmm.
before. These vet teams will beat them. You'll see these one and dones, and everybody, a lot of these one and dones ain't got the same makeup. So
Right,
you'll see them, cracking, and these big schools love to recruit them because they know they only gonna be there for a semester. They getting these
right,
top five talent when it comes to the tournament, you will see some of these like quote unquote veteran laden teams that'll beat them. I think now it's not as it was before because these veteran teams, they're vets, but they're a lot of like portal guys. Does that make sense?
right.
Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the old vet teams used to be guys who've been playing together for 4 years. Anybody that
Right,
played
and
basketball know you play against a team that's been playing together for 4 years, it's kind of hard to beat them because they
yeah,
know how to
they're
play
like
together.
at a mid major, right?
Yeah, they know the
Hmm.
system, yeah, the whole nine. But now they getting these guys that are they've been playing college basketball. Man, it's crazy how some of these dudes been playing college basketball for 6 years. So yeah, they it's a more vet. So you see more of the Iowas beating Florida. You see
Right.
more of the Iowa State vet teams, even though they were ranked, pretty high.
Hmm.
You see
Yep.
more of those teams that are getting a little bit further. But I'll say this: a lot of these teams with the one and dones, they've been actually playing pretty good to surprise me. I'm a Duke
Hmm.
fan, and hey, Sienna had us on the rope, boy. Hey,
Yeah, Sienna
we
had
was
you,
like
man.
Muhammad over
You were
here.
worried.
Hey, we was over here, giving them the rope a dope. Hey, they was
Yeah,
punching it,
yeah,
hey, letting them punch themselves out. But
yeah.
hey,
But those kids played like 40 minutes that they couldn't. They just didn't have the horses. You know what
well,
I mean?
Duke had the talent, but they had the fortitude too, because like you
Hmm.
say, it's a big difference between playing a high school where you have, what, big college game, I mean, big high school game, what, maybe 1,000 fans, and then you playing against,
Hmm.
in a stadium with 20, 30,000 fans. You could easily
Right.
fold. So I'll give Duke and not just Duke, some of these other like teams that have a lot of these freshmen props.
Hmm.
Hey, U of H got freshmen leading them too, and they are
Yeah.
handling their business. A lot of guys
Right.
can't handle that pressure to stage. Hey, like you say, BYU went out, but I hate to say it's one of them things
Yeah.
like BYU lost. AJ didn't lose because that dude
He
played
his
his butt
stock went
off.
up.
Hey,
I tell you whose stock went down. I think AJ's went up, but that kid from
Peterson,
Kansas, Peterson, everybody had him as a number one pick. I didn't see it, bro. Like I did not see him as a number one pick. Not that he played bad, but like I wanted to see more from him, especially when your team is down to a really good St. John's team. I didn't see enough from Peterson to make me say that, I would, as an NBA GM, I would draft him number one and I would build my franchise around him.
he
I
didn't
don't
give you the AJ. Like AJ's team
Yeah.
lost, but AJ played his butt off. He didn't give you that. He gave you the y'all lost and you played horrible.
Hmm.
Like that. That was one of my things.
There he
In
is.
the man,
There he
the
is.
man,
The man
the
himself. But
man.
no, I feel you. I didn't like AJ. You knew he had that talent all year, and he played like that in that first round game. To your point, they lost that game, but he did everything in his power to keep him in that game. And Peterson, to me, I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like what I see for him. Like I really just
I think he
like,
didn't.
dude. I know it's there. I've seen it before. Can you do it on the big stage?
Right now, I would actually put him behind Fleming. I would put him definitely
Yeah.
behind Boozer. Definitely
Yep.
behind AJ. Yeah, I think he fallen. And I hate to say it like that. I know he's gonna come out, but he almost needs to go back a year, improve. Like especially
I
not
think
even
so.
just
Yeah.
not just the tournament showing, but the all year. And he had all these questions about his work ethic and all this other stuff. He need to go back.
Yep.
He need to go back another
Yep.
year.
I don't disagree with you, but it's not going to happen. Like to me, like Mike the kid from UConn, Braylon Mullins, I think he's a solid player. He's probably going to come out, and I didn't see anything from him. He's too inconsistent. He can really have good games, but then he can really like shoot bricks and force bad shots, silly fouls. Like he could use another year in college to groom. Like I felt like the bright lights, not even the bright lights, but the big game in the tournament
It's
he
too
didn't
big for
fold,
him.
but he just didn't show me
Yeah.
like, all right, you're not even a lottery pick right now, dude. You're barely in the top 20. Like I don't even think he's top 20 right now. Like, dude, you need to go back to college. And I said that to Unc too. So but listen, without further ado, I'm gonna let Sirius because Sirius has been on a rant. I tried to dispute it. I didn't try to say it, but in my mind, I'm like, give him another year, let him get a recruit. But they didn't allow this to happen. Sirius is in the building, aka Deuces Herbert Davis. Ah,
Yeah,
talk to me.
yeah. I'll be honest with you. First and foremost, my apologies for being tardy to the party.
You pulled
Um,
the Steve. That's all.
I was gonna throw my man under the bus, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's that's Lazar type work. You know, what I'm saying. Shout out to the homie
Yeah.
Steve. Um, I've been screaming from the mountaintops for about a year and a half now that Hubert Davis needed to be gone as the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And the thing is, it's the nostalgia thing for me that has kept him in there for as long as he has been in there. Um,
Hmm.
to go into the NCAA tournament to stub your toe and become a six seed based off of everything that we had going against us, and then to be up in the manner in which they were up and to lose it in the manner in which they lost it, there was no way in the world that Hubert Davis can go back to Chapel Hill and coach. I've been screaming this ever since we lost to VCU. I didn't want him back in the building. They should have fired him on the spot. They should have took his shoes, his tie, the whole nine, and sent his behind home. Uh, Pretty much the way they did Chris Paul when he got fired from the LA Clippers. They should have just sent his ass all the way home. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what's next. I'm already kind of reading the tea leaves, and there's been some decommits along the way. That's par for the course. But I've never been more prouder of this team than not letting it linger for another year and not giving them another shot. The writing's on the wall here. He was in over his head, and it's time for him to go ahead and just get on out of there, man. I've never been more prouder of my squad than I am right now.
Are you surprised that it took this long, series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the thing was, when he came out and we did well, I think it was his first year. I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? Cool, this is nice. But
Yep.
again, people laugh at me. The standard is the standard. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a North Carolina Tar Heel fan, he failed to achieve the standard time and time again. Like again, it's a weird game. People catch hot. It's a weird year. And I'm not expecting to cut down the nets every year. But to continually bow out in the manner in which we bowed out, we made the NIT 2 years ago. It was an NIT 2 years ago. We declined the invite, but this is not Tar Heel basketball. And so I'm curious to see who the next guy is to come in there. I'm proud that Syracuse brought back one of their guys. I'm not too sure if we go that route, go that route, and look at Stackhouse who's been trying to get into coaching. Look at some other guys who's been trying to get into coaching, but North Carolina is a blue blood, cornerstone basketball program, and the way that we've been getting, for lack of a better phrase, beat up and beat around is just inexcusable. So yeah, he had to go.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I would have loved to see him get another shot because, like you said, he did have a first good year. But if you lost that game in the Elite Eight or something like that, maybe he gets another year. But to lose that in the opening round and to lose the way they did,
Yeah.
Listen, North Carolina hasn't been North Carolina in a while. Like, let's be honest. Like, my older brother, shout out to my older brother, is a huge Tar Heel fan, and I don't. We used to go back and forth. Like, I haven't talked to him about North Carolina in a while. You know what I mean? And that's all I need to know. Because I mean, there's nothing to talk about. My brother goes back to the shot Michael Jordan over the Georgetown Hoyas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how far back he goes, and we don't talk about it. So I think you do need to go from within. I think you need to get somebody that's been through the program. Maybe there's some more names that I'll give you time to think about them.
Mm-hmm.
Serious, maybe you could throw some names out. But LG, I'll come to you, man. Hubert Davis, not. The headline is we will not return next year, but we all know what happened. I mean, take your Duke hat off. Talk to me objectively. I know you can't do it. Look at you.
I would have to get up and go
what do you
get
think
it.
about? Yeah,
I'd have to get up and go
what do you
get
think about Hubert Davis not returning as the head coach?
I called it. I wish I could bet here. I wish I could, because I called it. I said they're not gonna get past the first game. It was on my bracket. Y'all saw it. I called VCU winning in the upset. Hey, you know what? I'll put it like this, right? You know what? I took them for face value, right? I felt like in serious, there's no offense, bro. I didn't feel like they were a 6 seed, especially when the committees, quote unquote, in their own words, where they have to evaluate if you're missing star players, right? So I'm not gonna say this Carolina team was bad, but they wasn't 6 seed good with Caleb. So now you take out Caleb, I feel like they should have been maybe 10, pushing it, right? 10, 9, somewhere up in there, right? Hey, you get them in a good 8-9 matchup, you're going to see what's going to happen, right? With Caleb, right? Because they've had some good wins, they've had some bad losses, some horrible losses, right? me and Aaron, we've had this conversation. I actually am one of those Duke fans that I like it when Carolina's good. It makes college basketball better. It makes
Sure.
our rivalry better. Like, of course, they're gonna be hyped up and they're gonna be ready to go for our rivalry game against Duke. But um, when they beat us in Chapel Hill, but when they came to Durham, it was a drubbing. And like I said, you could just see the differences. You can see the differences just from the overall teams. Now, have Shire, led them to a championship? No, he hasn't led Duke to a championship. But what saves him is that he's consistently getting 3, 4 top 10 guys consistently. He's churning them out, and that's been the biggest difference with Hubert. Like since he's been there,
Yeah.
like has he even had like I'm gonna say a top 5 recruiting class?
Guys,
this recruiting class coming in should have been pretty good.
Should have good.
Should have been
pretty
good.
Or
he had
at North Carolina
one or
standard.
two good players, right?
Yeah, but is it at North Carolina standard? Because having a couple of pretty good players is not the standard at North Carolina. And
Larry, what's the last really good recruit 5-star that North Carolina had that they put into the pros?
I don't know. And it's been
I don't know. And I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be on you serious, but I'm like,
I don't care.
Can you go
Kobe
back
White,
to
maybe?
Maybe
like
Kobe.
A lottery pick?
But Kobe
that you put in?
Traded. Yeah, but Kobe just got traded.
Kobe was a guy who was I think it was a 4-star recruit. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But you
understand what I'm saying? Like, we go back to like Rasheed Wallace, like Antoine Jameson, Vince Carter. We're talking about guys like that. And like, when's the last time that North Carolina's had like a lottery player stud in that building in Chapel Hill? It's been a minute, at least 10 years.
It would have been Caleb.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. True. Yeah.
But then I honestly think Hubert got saved because he made that Final Four run. But other than that, it's been real subpar, like you say, for the standard.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I want to do. I like it. I mean, I call me being vicious, but I would want to see a number 1 versus number 2 Duke North Carolina game. I don't want to see Carolina unranked, or I want to. I'm like they do with the Cowboys. I want to see Carolina lose when they are at their highest and lose to us. I don't want to see them at their lowest, bro, because it just it's not the same.
It's not good for college basketball. Let's be honest.
No,
like,
it's not.
Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, these guys, that are not playing well. I mean, again,
Kentucky didn't do well this year either. They got into the tournament, but I mean, like, that was a game. I was surprised they won a game. To be honest with you, I told you on the show, I think last week or the week before, that I didn't like Kentucky. I didn't like anything I saw from them, and I was surprised they won a game. So, like, to see like a blue blood like them, the Kentucky, like North Carolina, not playing up to their level is kind of disheartening for me. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you got other blue bloods that are playing well. You
Even
got
Kansas.
UConn.
Kansas ain't really been that good.
But look at the real true blue bloods. The true blue bloods outside
Kansas
of
is a true blue blood, bro. When it comes to basketball,
that's what I'm saying.
Kansas
That's what I'm saying. I want to objectively look at them. Like, UConn is a blue blood. Whatever anybody can say. 6 championships in the last 20-something years. They're a blue blood, right? But you got UCLA.
Guys too.
No. But I'm saying, like, look at UCLA, 7 seed. Kentucky probably shouldn't have been in the tournament at all. They got in and they lost. North Carolina, first round exit. Kansas didn't look good against St. John's. Like, Duke obviously is Duke, but like, you're true blue bloods.
They got the dub. They didn't look good week 1.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, it's that shift where a lot of teams, like Texas, has got that oil money, and a lot of Texas teams are doing some business and getting good players. Like I said, the state of Utah, I don't know what's out there in Utah, but they getting kids coming in there to play basketball, coming in there to play football, and they're disrupting the whole, like, what's the standard, right? Because like BYU, you got Utah State, like you know what I mean. All these teams that in college basketball that you would never think twice about, and then in football, Utah, BYU were really good teams. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's different,
Dude,
right? But like the
Alabama
Blue
is
Bloods
a
need to be
football
in.
school, and they are doing work.
Yeah,
Alabama's getting guys go. That's a football school.
yeah. Alabama has gotten better players than North Carolina.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to be
No,
mean.
I
I'm just saying
mean
it's the
the thing
fact.
is, like,
You know what I mean?
you have to look at this objectively, right? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And even as a fan, who a guy in myself who understands, the recruiting class coming in and everything that's been going on, you have to take a
Mhm.
step back and be like, hold on a second. We've gotten off the off ramp somewhere. How the
Mhm.
hell do we get back on it? You
Right.
feel me? I mean, football schools like Alabama and Florida State or whatever the case may be are out recruiting us right now, and getting better talent. For so long, North Carolina's name itself
Mhm.
garnered, you know, D1, A1 type of talent. We've lost that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now again, I'm not saying NIL doesn't have play a factor in that, but you wanted to come to North Carolina because you wanted to look up and see the numbers in the rafters. You wanted to play against Duke, and you wanted to be a part of something potentially major because North Carolina was always in the thick
Mhm.
of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We use the same argument, for Alabama or Michigan or Penn State or these schools that tend to always be in the mix when it comes to football. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Baseball, LSU, and some of these other schools. Like if basketball is your sport, you know what I'm saying? You're wanting to go to these schools because the name attached to it.
Right.
Alabama is out recruiting us for basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? North Carolina State is out recruiting us for basketball. You know what I'm
Clemson is
saying?
a football school, and they out recruiting y'all.
Yeah,
Again,
Clemson's got better players.
same damn
Mhm.
state out recruiting us. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Listen,
And so we have, again, to borrow a phrase from the old Looney Tunes, we've taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque here, Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out how to get ourselves back, and firing Hubert Davis is a step in that direction. I'm looking at the
Hopefully.
different odds now. Who's going to be the next head coach? And they're talking about going outside the building and this, that, and the third. I'll put together a video about it probably either tonight or
Yeah.
tomorrow. But
Exactly. I can't wait for that.
there's some names that have come across my screen that I'm not mad at.
Yeah, I mean, I would like them to recruit from within and bring somebody back. But if you can get a big time coach to help revive this program, like St. John's did by getting Patino, like
Mhm.
that was the best move that they've made in years. So,
I'm talking about
and
somebody like the Jay Wright is on my screen right now. The old Villanova coach. I'm looking at a
would he
dude.
come? I mean that would be
I'll be saying
that'd
that'd be
be
crazy.
tremendous. I don't know if they can get him out of retirement, but that would be
Like
that would feed families, as we like to
Todd
say. So
Golden from Florida
mhm.
just got bounced, last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
these are some big
I
time
mean,
names outside
sure.
of the typical North Carolina player retread
Mhm.
that we could potentially look at. I mean, obviously, I want Stack to come back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Sheed. Vince may want to get in. I mean,
That'd be interesting.
obviously, those names mean a lot.
Hmm.
But, for me, I'm going back to my Steelers head coaching search for a minute. Getting somebody outside the building to get fresh eyes on the program and on the product, and then seeing what can come out of that. So something like a Todd Golden, who's won a national championship recently,
Sure.
who, again, has some bad luck, this September tournament, but he can coach,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
I mean, I'm not mad at Stackhouse. I would actually,
I love
I would
Stackhouse.
sign up for that. I would sign up for that. But pressing on, I know we talked about March Madness and some of the teams that are left. I mean, we can run it around really fast, or we can just move on to another association, another organization of sports that we love. I mean, does anybody want to break down the Sweet 16 real fast, or we can move?
I'm interested to see this Duke St. John's game. I think that's going to be really good. UConn.
I think Friday is going to be two really good games.
Yeah,
To
I
be
mean
honest with you.
UConn and Michigan State. Get your
Yep.
popcorn ready, if you will. That's going to be a great one.
Yep.
I think Texas, the Cinderella darlings, if you will, and Purdue is going to be good. I mean, I like all the matchups, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Illinois, Houston, Iowa with the shocker, and Nebraska, like Michigan. At this
I mean,
point,
I've
I'm gonna
been
be,
on
I'm gonna be
Nebraska,
rocking
man.
out.
I've been on Nebraska. I mean, people. I said it. That's a dangerous team. People didn't believe me. But I like the games. I do like the games.
Unc over here been talking crap to me all week, man. I hope my
What is
Dookie beat the crap out of St. John's. I mean, that's gonna be a good game, but man,
yeah.
Unc been talking mess to me, and I'm like, dude, hey, that Duke defense is what's been separating them. But that's gonna be the game of the week. That's definitely gonna be the game of the week.
I think that's gonna be a good game if
I
St. John's
think
can hit
Michigan
shots.
State, UConn.
Well,
That's
there's
gonna
a
be
really good
that's gonna be a
Houston,
good one
Illinois
too.
is going to be a good game. I
Mhm.
think Arkansas, Arizona is going to be a good game too. I think those are two really good programs, two good games and some good programs right there. So I think we're gonna we're gonna have some really good Sweet 16 games, some really good matchups. But I can't wait to see what the bet is with LG and Unc. Shout out to Unc. I hope he's doing all
Man,
right
you know
for
what?
his
He talking
birthday.
about some snacks. So I don't know, man. I'll figure out
Yeah,
what I'm
send that man
saying.
some
Well, I
Hostess
got
cake
I got him
rolls.
2 boxes of cookies from my daughter, so I got
Yeah,
him his cookies. So they'll be on the way soon. Love you.
look,
But okay,
that might be what it be. I don't know, but yeah, look, talk about a team that we didn't see coming, dude. How bad did Tennessee look? And they are in the Sweet 16, bro.
yeah,
Like that
yeah,
lucky to draw helps you out a little bit sometimes.
Mhm.
And
hmm
it's this is when you really start seeing who's gonna rise up. Um,
hmm
I'm kind of nervous because U of H playing at home basically.
They
I'm
don't play
kind of
well at
yeah.
nervous.
home, bro.
Hey, they don't like home cooking that well sometimes. Hey, we'll see. I mean, people said it from the jump though. They was like, how ironic would that be that Houston literally played like 10 minutes from their home court? Like,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
it's happened. I mean, it happens in women's basketball. We said
yeah.
it.
I mean, so we'll
Yeah,
see. Like I
yeah.
said, I actually want to see this Arizona Arkansas matchup too. That's gonna
Me
be pretty
too.
good.
Me
A
too.
Cup, dude, A Cup is balling, bro. A Cup is balling.
hmm
Um, so I want to see that and see because you have a good player, and sometimes that good player can offset and beat a good team. We've seen it before. Hell, we've seen guys go on this magical runs. Barry, you know
Yeah,
very well how would what's your boy
Kimba,
from UConn? Michael Jordan was like, you got to draft that guy because he went on
Kimba,
UConn run.
Kimba,
Kimba, man. That was
Kimba, yeah,
Kimba.
that Kimba
Kimba.
run, man. Hey, Kimba
Yo,
run.
the March Kimba
Hey,
run, the March from the Big East tournament all the way through has to
Right?
be studied.
What? It's one of the best runs I've ever seen. I've seen
made
like
that.
you've seen Steve Alford at Indiana if you're old enough to know where he had a good run, but Kemba Walker, like I've seen players carry teams. Like I see John Wallace carry Syracuse to the Final Four. I ain't seen nothing like Kemba Walker though. That is just different. So yeah, no, I don't want to get nostalgic, but no, I'm interested in that Arkansas game too. I think Arkansas in Arizona is going to be interesting. I like I said, Illinois Houston. I think that's going to be a fun game. That's a late game, to 10 o'clock
Mhm.
start. So the villain might have to be tucked into bed. But even the next night, like I said, Michigan, UConn, St. John's, Duke. But don't sleep on Alabama,
Barry,
Michigan.
that's
That's in
that's
St.
messed up
John's.
how they huddling you, man. You watching games till like 1:30 in the morning, bro.
Yeah,
Dog,
that East
I
Coast
I'm
said
man
getting
I've
on
been
is
you.
saying it.
pretty
I've
rough.
been saying it like, dude, like I'm losing sleep. Watch, we're in the East bracket, my dude. We're in the coach. What's up, coach? We in the East bracket, and we're on at 10 o'clock at night. That's diabolical.
But I'm
Like I'm
watching
trying
every
to,
little
I'm
bit of
trying
it
to get
though.
tucked in. You heard me? And I gotta stay up late to watch UConn. I can't go to sleep until they win. So it's like it's just
And then you gonna be
unacceptable.
all, and then you gonna be all hyped up if they win or they lose, and you still ain't gonna be able to sleep.
I still can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I still can't go to sleep. You know what I mean? And then if they
Just in
lose,
the
I'll be
bed,
It's
walking
like,
tossing
around
yo,
and
the
yo,
turning.
house.
you up? You up, Nikki? You up?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. She's like, you gonna take your behind the bed. You know what I'm saying? She was like, turn the TV off, turn the light out. You know, you got the rollers in the head. I'm kidding.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, no, but yeah, it's just crazy what they doing. Coach, what's good? Talk to me college basketball real fast, and then we're gonna go talk a little NBA. Is Coach listening?
No, I'm not. Um, no. Yeah. Amazing weekend. College football. I mean, college football. College basketball. So here's the thing. I said last week that I was like, you know what? I'm not too sure if Florida makes it out of the first weekend.
That's
You
right.
said it.
I was like, they'll beat Prairie View or whatever. But I was like, man, I was like, either Iowa or Clemson. I was like, I like both of those teams. I was like, Florida doesn't respond well to teams getting in their kitchen, so to speak. And boy,
Punching them.
Iowa got all in their kitchen, and they couldn't respond.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't have been shocked. And I feel like if Florida got past that, then they would have had Houston waiting for them in. Let me check my notes here.
H Town.
Um, about 15 minutes away from where Houston plays. Uh, so um, so that's that was something that, I mean, look, Santa Clara and Kentucky. I mean, what can you say about that game that hasn't already
Oh
been
man,
said? That
did he
that
get
was.
the timeout? I mean,
I thought
Coach.
he
Like,
did.
I
I
think I
thought
think
he
I,
he
did.
did.
I mean,
I think he
I
did.
mean that's diabolical, right, Coach?
I think he got the timeout. That it was close. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Even though they lost to Arkansas, High Point, those boys were like, and I like that coach. I feel like
Hmm.
if he wants to leave High Point, he can get one of these jobs that
Why
I
would
get.
you leave that campus though, Coach? You
Oh,
seen that
country club.
campus?
It's people say, oh, it's like a country club. No, it's literally a country club. They have a steakhouse. They
Yeah,
have a golf court.
two. They
Yeah,
got
yeah,
two steakhouses.
yeah. It is like I know when my son was looking at colleges, he got some stuff from the mail from High Point, and I was like, there is no way we can afford to send you to High Point. High Point is for rich kids to learn how to do business. That's what
Hmm.
that's who goes to High Point. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to take over daddy's business. So go to college. So that's what High Point is. But
Right.
anyway, um, my biggest takeaway was, again, like, Duke didn't look as strong as you would like them to look. In Jamal Mashburn, who I love, who's been like killing it in the studio. He's like, he thinks Michigan has looked the best of the one seeds. And I know Michigan was a seed that we were thinking about last week. Like, man, I don't know about Michigan. Michigan looked kind of funny, and then, like, after the first weekend, they looked the strongest. So it was crazy to me, that, you know what, I haven't said this longer. I've look, Texas, everybody. Okay, so while you don't want them to be your Cinderella, they're not the Cinderella you want, but they're the Cinderella y'all deserve. Y'all deserve this. Okay? Every last one of y'all. Y'all deserve this.
Yeah.
Okay?
How can you be a Cinderella and you're in the SEC, bro? Come on now. Let's be real.
If you take the name off the front of the jersey and you just say, look at this scrappy group of underdogs trying to make it and make a run. They played in Dayton, then they had to play Thursday, then they played Saturday. It's like they won 3 games in 5 days. Now, why it's not 5 games in 5 days like UConn, you know, it's
That's
like,
right.
look, I'm sorry. Like, if this was Texas State doing this, everybody be like, "Oh man, they're Cinderella. We love them." Oh, like they're. It's like it's still a Cinderella story. Take off the name, take the name off the front of the jersey
I mean,
away,
they're an
and
11th
it's
ranked
still
team.
Yeah.
look
Take
a
the
Cinder.
oil money out,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Look, man, look. Just because Texas has the most money of any college in America, just because the facilities are ridiculous and are at a pro level, just because of all this doesn't mean they can't be Cinderella. They are still the 11th seed. I don't care about all that. There's still, like I said, there's plenty of room on the burnt orange bandwagon. Just a scrappy underdog, just fighting, in the SEC, just trying to, like, a small mid-major school. Look, Texas is but a humble school on 40 acres of land in Central Texas.
It's,
Okay,
it's
You know,
Are
like,
you for real?
small
Are you
school
for
on
real?
40 acres of land in Central
you
Texas,
trying it,
man.
though.
I just feel like everybody
All
can
I
get behind that. You know,
all I keep
Yeah.
hearing is it's hard out here for a pimp. That's all I
It's
keep
hard
hearing.
out here for a pimp.
Trying to make $1. Yeah, come on, man.
yeah, yeah, man. Look,
Is it,
they don't know how
I
they gonna fund
don't
swimming
know
next year. They don't know how they,
what this
you know what I'm saying? It's
world's
like,
on,
have you, like they moved into
but I
this arena.
know one.
Yeah, they moved into this arena.
It's just
You know
a
what I'm saying? It's like all they life they've had to fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I had to fight.
because I'm a thug. Baby,
yeah, it's
because
like
I'm a
y'all sitting up
thug.
here laughing. It's like y'all sitting up here laughing. Texas's athletic budget was only like $300 million last year. So it's like, so it's like,
Get this
Man,
guy out of here.
Steve,
Oh,
look, hey, it would have been too much like right if they would have had Texas play U of H this week. That would have been the
oh
only
man,
exactly.
right.
that'd have been perfect. That would
Oh
have been
my
amazing.
God.
They
But
couldn't even
300.
put that many seats in NRG for that game, bro. That would have been
Oh
nuts.
my.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, but like
I can't with you.
the Sweet 16 and Elite Eight, there it's happening at Toyota Center, not NRG. I don't think.
Yeah, that should be
Yeah, I
fun
mean
though.
Toyota. Yeah, that would
I
have been
can't wait.
crazy.
Yeah, because
I
Yeah,
love the
because the
Elite
team
Eight
that
games. Those
occupies
are the
that,
most fun.
the NBA team that occupies that is on the road.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. We can talk about the NBA if you want.
No,
Knicks
I'm good.
in a dogfight against the Pelicans. No surprise.
I mean,
Kate,
when your teammate in the tournament no more, you kind of get disconnected. I think three of us have a team to talk about in this tournament.
yeah, I mean, we don't
yeah. I
have
mean,
$300 million to spend, but we still in the tournament.
and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm late. I got like Larry like to always talks of that. I got a brand new phone, and it would not.
Hey, what'd you get? What'd you get?
I just got like iPhone 17.
No, iPhone. Ugh, iPhoners for you. iPhoners.
Speaking of
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Come to the club. Come to the club. Welcome to the club.
yeah,
Anyway,
no, no, I'm gonna
Bears
keep my
the one
pixel.
eyeball with the he's the one without the blue mark in the group
no,
chat.
but like
Whatever.
I got
You
my new
green bubble
phone, so it's
having
like
ass.
all my
Yeah.
stuff is all. I'm trying to I'm still trying to transfer everything over to the new phone. But anyway, like I said, I was on the phone with my good friend Bubba Cunningham, and boy, you won't believe what we was talking about.
Was it North Carolina?
It was
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
somebody. Man, Steve,
Well, I mean, listen.
if only I
Yeah,
could have called you, Steve, I should have told you to put some money down
basketball.
for me. I should have said, go and put that money on VCU for me. Let it ride, baby. Let it ride.
Well, yeah, when they were down by
the
like
thing is,
almost
and then
20
the thing
points.
is, so like VCU, like down what 18.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like they fought and they clawed and they got back in it, and North Carolina could have still won that game.
They should have put him away.
Should have put them away because it's just like
Bad shot selection. Bad
Yeah.
shot selection.
Yeah, it's just like hey guys, like VCU, they're not stopping. It's like they're hitting these shots. They're getting back on defense. It's like you can't just like it was so many. And I mean again, we can move on to the NBA, but it's just like talking about that game. It was just like, and then to see how VCU got ran out of the gym.
Yeah.
the following game.
Yeah, exactly.
Would make me absolutely disgusted if I was a Tar Heel.
Exactly. But coach, and we can move on from this because we talked a lot of college basketball. But like they played like they were down 18 points, North Carolina. The shots they were taking, and it was just frustrating to watch. So. Yeah, I mean, there's changes coming, but listen, I can't wait.
It's funny, real quick. Like my uncle would always say, he was like, they were up 18, they were trying to go up 30, and that's how you lose.
One shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
real
a good
quick.
way to lose.
I gotta mention it because we're talking about that UNC collapse, dude. What the hell was Kansas thinking, bro? Like,
I don't know.
That was. Well, I'm talking that crap. I'm like, dude, your team barely won. Like, I hate it when coaches don't just play defense. Just play defense up, and if nothing else, I'm gonna fire you, put you on the shot, put you on the line. And they would have had at least 7-8 seconds if they'd have just played strong defense and just got the ball back. No, you want to go into this whole fouling Then you're not really playing defense. That must have been the weakest defense on that drive that I've seen in I don't know how many years.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he didn't even this is the even worst part about it. You didn't even foul him and say, you know what, go hit the free throws. Oh my god, that was one of the epic collapses of the weekend too for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, St. John's was better. I mean, they were. I mean, it was tough to watch in the first half. Nobody wanted to hit a shot, but St. John's hit a couple here and there. But
Mm-hmm.
Okafor was amazing, and then I think the kid, I forget his name, Jackson or somebody. He was hitting shots for them, hitting big shots down the
Oh yeah.
stretch. And we mentioned it. Jefferson disappeared, coach. He did not look good. He
Yeah.
did not look like
Oh
the number
man,
one
boy,
overall pick.
sheesh.
So,
Yeah.
No.
LG and I talked about that. I don't know if you want to chime in on that. I
Kansas
really want to
fought
get
back
to the
though.
NBA, but
No, yeah,
Kansas fought back in that
we
game.
can hit the NBA because, fellas, right here in my hand, I have what's going to happen in the MLB season. I have it right here in my hand. I wrote
no.
it
So you
down.
sim the whole season.
Yep.
So yeah, NBA real quick. I mean, what I saw
Athletics
today.
will play baseball games. That's a baseball after the foul.
I saw it really quick in the NBA. Obviously, Cade Cunningham is out right now with a
Mhm.
collapsed lung.
Yeah,
Prayers up to him.
for sure.
But the Players Association is trying to vilify and trying to abolish the rule about the 65 game, requirement for
Hmm.
postseason awards because Cade Cunningham only played about 61 games. He's going to be out. I don't think he'll get to 65, and he'll be ineligible for All NBA. And he clearly is a first team All NBA player.
Mhm.
He's an MVP candidate, and he would be disqualified because he wouldn't play 65 games. I think this rule that is being disputed, along with the fact that some of the players are crying about playing 82 games and want the season cut down. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? I mean, is the 65 game rule is to force these guys to stop load managing, and then now they want to cut? What are we doing? What are we doing? Serious?
Honestly, I disagree with the Players Association saying anything about it, to be painfully honest with you, because at the end of the day, when others missed awards and missed MAC contracts and whatever,
Yeah.
there was cricket soup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't say anything. But again, Cade Cunningham had one hell of a year. It's unfortunate he had the injury that took place, but you can't pick now to voice your opinion, go to the league office and beat your drum. I think this is a two-man race. I think it's either going to be Luca or SGA again. Cade Cunningham was in the picture. He had a seat at the
No
table,
Wemby.
if you will. Huh?
No Wemby. No Joker.
Wemby, yeah. Yeah.
No Jalen
Joker
Brown.
now. Or
Jalen
sheesh,
Brown too.
you know what? You got a point there. Jalen Brown's another guy. So
You can't make it
maybe
a two-horse race. I don't think Luca's an MVP. Get lost with that. You miss me
no,
with
no,
that
no,
one.
no, no, no. I mean, what Luca is doing, he's in the discussion. Whether you like him or not, he's in the discussion. But yeah, Jalen Brown is a definite candidate. With what Wemby is done, definite MVP candidate. Is I figured it was Cade Cunningham's to lose. And unfortunately, his injury is going to cause him to lose it. But the fact that the Players Association is now, having an issue about it is a little bit too late for me.
I mean, LG, I'll come to you. I mean, and I think it's his agent that's bringing this up too.
Mhm.
To be fair, I think it's with the Players Association, but I think the agent is really the one that's really beating the drum. Do you think it's fair that this 65 game rule is going to cost Cade Cunningham postseason awards?
Stop low managing. Take your ass to work. Problem solved. Take your ass to work. I mean, I gotta get up every day and go to work. Serious, you gotta get up every day and go to work. Very
Mhm.
do. Take your ass to work. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it's 82 games. Do anybody expect y'all to play 82 games? Yeah, I mean, we've had Ironmans, right? So, okay,
Mhm.
you missed a couple of days here. We all got PTO with the job. You take a couple of days off here and there. These guys were getting to the point where they were like literally paying like 60 games, bro.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and I hate to say it like that, but it's one of them things where these guys, they're young. Well, most of them young, and they would still want to get paid. Oh, pay me my Supermax for 300. I'm only gonna play 60
Mhm.
games. No. That's not how it works. You
Right.
sign up to play 82. We understand you're gonna miss a couple of days, like we all our jobs know. You may miss a couple of days. We still gonna pay you your money, but not you gonna miss a third of the season and still want your 300 million. Nah, miss me with that. So it's a byproduct of what they brought upon themselves. So take your ass to work.
Mhm. That's kind of where I sit with it too, because especially the 65 game is put there to stop load management. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate that it's going to affect Cade Cunningham because he's not load managing right now. He's collapsed lung.
I
But
think the
you're
thing is,
also,
though, let me cut you off real quick if you don't mind. I think the
yeah, no,
thing
go ahead.
is, you have to be able to differentiate between an actual injury or a
Hmm.
stub toe. And
Right,
what
right,
was
right.
going on is you got people flubbing the injury reports. You got people not disclosing the injury reports. And so
LeBron.
again, that. But in Kate Cunningham's case, he's legitimately hurt. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So should he be penalized for being hurt? No, but I feel as though, you know, they're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Like, yeah, come to work, show up every day, do what you need to do. But if you got a bad hamstring, you can't play on that. If you got a collapsed lung, can't play on that. If you got popped in the eye and you can't see, you can't play on that. But if you refuse to play back to backs because your pinky toe hurts,
Or your
come
fingernail.
to
It's
or your
Well, you know
fingernail
what?
or something crazy. Like we literally have superstars right now in this league that refuse to play back to backs.
Yeah. Well, Aaron, you know what I'll go with? The only way I would say that they do this, they have to separate the two. They have to separate the awards from the money. But right now they tied in
yeah,
together. To
Yep.
they
get the
tied in
Supermax, you
together.
gotta be all NBA, multiple.
Yeah.
Separate the two. You can be MVP all you want to, but I ain't giving you your money unless I decide to give you your money.
But
And
who wanted those provisions though, Larry?
that's what I'm saying.
Was it the
They did.
players or was it
The players wanted.
the owners?
The players
The
wanted it
players
because
No,
they
the
was
wanted.
players
like,
The
joined
yeah,
up.
players
because
wanted.
the
Yeah.
players were like, so you mean to tell me like I made 2 All-Star teams, and this is that, and it's funny how it's like it's like what makes you laugh and make you cry.
Right.
It's like that they wanted these provisions, they wanted this, but then now it's like the pendulum swinging the other way, and it's like this is unfair. Like I don't know,
Yeah, which
Uh,
is nonsense. Which is nonsense, coach, because that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, you got these guys that want max contracts with super maxes up to 300 million and climbing, but then now you want the season cut. Are you going to cut your super max contract? You're
no,
playing less games, so
they
should I
still
pay
are.
you that super max? You know
And
what I
as a
mean? Like,
fan, I'm pissed because I want to. If what if you was a season ticket holder and I'm like, I want to see LeBron James 41 games, but I only saw him 20, and I just paid all this ridiculous
you're
but
not
money.
going
see,
to get your
I'm
money
not
back.
worried about the season ticket holder. I'm worried about the family
That
of
too.
four who like got to
Yeah.
pay $18,000 to go to Madison Square Garden, hoping they're gonna see Brunson or hoping they're gonna see somebody, and then it's like,
No,
oh
he
well,
ain't playing.
he's not hurt. He's just like chilling tonight.
Yeah.
Went a
Right.
little bit too hard last night. You know what I'm saying, after the game or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's who I
Mhm.
worry about with stuff like that.
With
So,
my
coach,
hundred thousand
what
dollars
about
of jewelry on my
the
neck, and I got the mink coat on.
Hmm.
but
Hey,
what about the Amazons of the world or the NBCs of the world are paying all this money to get the games on their broadcast, and then these guys aren't showing up, or now
Hmm.
the players want these games cut, so now Amazon's going to lose a couple of these games that they're trying to get.
Oh yeah.
That I paid billions of dollars to get on my network or to get on my streaming app. Now
Hmm.
I'm not getting those games now because you're complaining. Oh, I'm hurt. I can't play back to backs. Or better yet, I don't want to play 82 game season. Cut it down to 74 or something like that.
Yeah.
You're not giving that $1 billion back. You know what I
No, they're
mean?
not.
Like,
They're not.
coach,
I
Right.
mean, and again, it's just it's like, okay, so yeah, we'll cut the games down. We'll do this, or like we'll keep things the same. But like it got to a point to where ESPN and TNT went to the NBA and was like, look, we are telling people to watch Lakers versus Spurs. Okay, and when people hear Lakers and Spurs, they want to see LeBron, they want to see Luca, they want to see Wemby, they want to see Fox, they want to see Cal, they want to see these things. They are not tuning in to see Austin Reeves. Okay, let's keep it a buck.
or Ray
You know what I'm saying?
Hachimura.
Right. Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So again, so it got to a point to where the networks were like, look, guys, we got to figure something out here. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're giving you
Hmm.
guys a lot of money, and people are tuning in, and it's like, you have Rockets versus Knicks, and it's like, look, people are not tuning in to see Clint Capella, and Mitchell Robinson fucking duke it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody's tuning in to see that.
Nope.
It's
Barry,
like
tell me this now, because Barry, that's your expertise, bro. To think about it. So now that these networks and these streaming services, they go to, your your marketing department, be like, hey, we selling this ad space. Hey, we're gonna get 3 million fans viewing this show. You can, generate this many buys from it, and now we got 20,000 people watching it. Like,
Yeah.
how do you go sell that and be like, look at the viewership numbers?
You
'Cause
can't
nobody
sell
Yeah.
wants
that.
to.
You
It's not a
can't
good
sell that.
return on
Like
investment.
the sports is premium inventory. Like I'll tell you
Yeah.
right now, buying inventory during like a episode of Paradise on Hulu is not the same as buying a Knicks Lakers game. Like sports is premium inventory. It's expensive as hell, and if you try to market that, like corner that market
Mhm.
and buy it like not even an upfront, like you pay upfront for that space, or you try to book impressions, or you can't even book it. You know what I mean? Like it's it's a different world, the
Mhm.
sports. So the money that is generated from that, not just by people being in the seats, but like to your point, the ad dollars is out of this world. That's why these networks can pay billions of dollars to get those games on their network or on their streaming app, and then you're going to cut it.
Yeah, because most
You're
people, I'm gonna be real
you're
with you.
upsetting a
If
lot of
they play,
people.
yeah, if they play or not playing in that game, you just gonna do? Oh, I'll go watch a rerun of this. Oh, I'll go
Hmm.
watch. You're gonna flip it. You're gonna be like, it's not even worth watching because they're not
Right.
playing.
Yeah, and then when you
You,
throw in, unfortunately, the betting aspect of this as well,
hmm
where it's like they can deny it all they want to. There was a conversation had with the NBA and DraftKings and FanDuel about like, all right, guys, like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? It's like, because it's getting very close to where they're probably getting ready to like do some widespread changes on how you bet on basketball, because these players are sitting out and people are like, you saw it, people like players were like, hey man, I'm gonna pull up lame halfway through the second quarter, man. So go under on my stats tonight. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna get that 10 rebounds tonight, man. So and we saw players were doing it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And it just all goes into the fact that like, yeah, now so less games and like more money. It's just it's ridiculous. I can't
While
stand
the
it.
NFL is trying to go to 18 games, right?
The NFL is
Like,
like, we're gonna put a game on the night before Thanksgiving, on Thanksgiving, the Friday after
after
Thanksgiving. We're gonna do a
Thanksgiving.
Saturday game too. It's like, you know what? We're gonna do games Thanksgiving week. There's gonna be a
Hmm.
game
Yep.
every week on Thanksgiving. It's like it's
Hmm.
And the
Steelers
thing
Bengals
is,
live. It's Steelers Bengals live on Tuesday night before. It's like
and the
And we
thing is,
taking
people too
and we
ready.
taking Christmas. And we taking
Yeah, we
Christmas
taking
Christmas Eve.
they're taking
Yeah.
Christmas Eve.
and in my eyes, like I thought that was sacrilege, LG, for NFL to be on Christmas. Now I'm like, you know what? Turn my
Well,
football game on. You know what I mean?
well,
Like I don't even
you know
give a
what?
damn.
You leave the door open, you don't know who's gonna come walking in. I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
Say that again with
In
your
the
chest, because the
Mhm.
NBA messing around.
in the yes,
FA,
exactly. The
FO.
NFL saw the NBA's being vulnerable, being weak, stuff like that, and it was like, hey, our guys pretty much play every week because it's only
You know
Hmm.
18
what?
games. So like,
Nope.
these guys don't just sit out, just like you don't see like, what, Lamar Jackson's just like taking it easy. Like, yeah, I'm just sitting out week 14. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm just not playing this week. You don't see that in
Yep.
football. Want to see the
Hey, but you
stars
know
play?
what?
Here they
Hey,
go.
you know
You know.
what? And I go even further. You know what, Barry? They be like, you know what? Hey, Coke, I think you got that NBA ad space over there. They only gonna get maybe 100,000 people because we on the
Mhm.
same time. I think you might
Oh
want to
yeah.
come
Yeah,
over
that's
here
right.
and
You
pay
can
this
come on
10
over here,
billion.
dog.
Yeah, you might want to come on over here. We got viewers for days, man. It don't care if
Yep.
it's the we don't even care if it's two of our worst teams on. We don't care. People gonna watch it,
I
you know.
bet they could put the game on. It could be the Oilers, not even the Oilers. I'm sorry, I
It's
apologize. I didn't mean to
it's
say that.
Cardinals
I
versus
think
Browns and
yeah, it could be the Browns versus the Titans, and they would still get
Mhm.
more
yes.
than Lakers Knicks. You know what I'm
I mean, yeah, I
saying?
mean, because again, it's like, companies are always fighting over Super Bowl ad space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like nobody's like, oh, we got to put together an ad for the NBA Finals. We got to. I mean, companies will do who work with the NBA
Mhm.
closely, but these like little startups and these little companies, nobody's like spending all this money for ad space for like the NBA finals. Now we're about to see something this summer with the World Cup. I would love to know what those numbers are because like
Yeah,
Crazy.
no,
th-
I mean
those
I'll tell
those
you,
those numbers are probably off the charts for any kind of
yeah,
World Cup ad space. Oh,
I'll
Yeah.
tell you, we aren't advertising for World Cup, but we have to do some World Cup advertising, if
mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
It
Like
makes perfect sense. Yes. Yeah.
we're not trying to buy space for the World Cup, but we are pushing out ads. Like, are you looking to find somewhere to be during the World Cup or
Yeah.
stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that? And there's some money being thrown around. So yeah, it's out of this world, and it's huge, especially in the U.S. So
Hey, look,
it'll be interesting to
the
see how that
NFL is
works
coming
out.
to the NBA house, putting their feet up on their couch with their dirty boots, and you
Hmm.
know the rest.
They
Hey,
slapping their wife on the behind the whole nine. It's crazy.
hey,
Hmm.
they.
No.
I mean, but like I said, but if the NBA, think about it, the NBA had a better product, then now you don't have to worry about that. Like, I'm just being real, dude. NBA Christmas Day, if you seen Jordan playing the Knicks, the NBA would not even come. I mean, the NFL would not even come close to that.
Well, it was better when
Right.
it was just like the one Christmas Day game, or maybe there was a two Christmas Days game. Now
They
it's
got
like, hey,
16
look,
of them.
Christmas Day games all Christmas. It's not special anymore. I feel like it was
But the
better when it was
marquee,
like, look,
the
it's the
marquee
two.
matchups just
It was the
aren't
early
exciting
Christmas
either.
game. It was Knicks versus Celtics, and then it was like Lakers versus like Jazz or somebody like that. Like later on
Hmm.
that night,
Yeah,
it's not even
Yep.
special
Like you're
anymore.
Yep.
sitting there hungover and whatnot. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah. But the
Yeah.
marquee matchups ain't even like what it's like. You would not even if the NFL did schedule a game, like I said, if it was Jordan versus the Knicks Christmas Day, that football game gonna come on so early, you gonna still have crust in your eye. They gonna even gonna come close to it. But it's like now it's like, okay, yeah, you got the Bulls versus the Knicks and no Jordan.
No
Yeah.
LeBron on the Lakers,
Jordan
right?
sitting out
Like
this
it's
game.
just
Nah, man, like you're not gonna
the,
do that.
the stars that are stars in the game aren't selling the game. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not stopping what I'm doing to watch SGA. I mean, do I enjoy watching him sometimes? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sure, why not? But like, is he making me like Jordan Knicks? No, I just
No.
don't see it. So it's
But
definitely a
even
different
I'll go
world.
even more recent. It used to be like Celtics Big Three versus Lakers and Kobe. The NFL would not
Mm-hmm.
come nowhere near that game. Period.
No, they wouldn't.
Now,
They wouldn't.
like,
Well,
well,
yeah, I mean
Luca
because the
might play,
NFL the
LeBron might
NFL
play.
sees how vulnerable like the NBA is, and yeah, they're grinding their boots in the couch to use your
Yep,
analogy. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Dave Chappelle style. Yo,
mm-hmm.
count.
yep,
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
And now the NBA is screaming, "What am I going? You can get what am I gonna do about my legs?" You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like some,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
you could get another couch.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah. So
dude. I
yeah,
mean, but like,
the
see,
Yeah,
NBA
I mean,
literally
it's
needs new
interesting. I
legs.
mean,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah, we're gonna
I
see.
mean, I don't know, and I'd have to look it up. What the ratings were for the NBA Finals, but the recent WBC baseball classic,
Hmm.
Venezuela USA, that got about 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Well,
Like,
the,
I
the Dominican game got more than that.
yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if those ratings were better than the finals that we got with the Pacers and the Thunder. You know what I
man.
mean? So
We're gonna see World Cup baseball on NBA All Star Weekend.
Uh,
Look, hey, like I said, when you leave the door open, it might be one person walk in, it might be two. You never know.
yeah. No, absolutely. What did the Dominican game do?
I'm looking it up now.
It was
Do you
crazy.
know?
It was crazy. I
I
know
mean,
it was
because
crazy.
I mean the ratings for the Thunder Pacers were they said about 16.4 to 16.6. So and then I think the game seven got to 19 million. So um
7.37 million watched
was the
on Fox alone.
on Fox. All right. So
On
yeah, I
Fox, yeah.
mean Venezuela
The
USA got
finals was
10 million.
10.74 million. This is according
Okay.
to
Yeah, I'm looking at that too. 10.7 million peak
Hmm.
viewership. It got as high as 12 million people at one
Yep,
point were
that's what I
tuned
see.
into the
Yep.
final.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's just the World Baseball Classic, which I think, like I said last week, I think
Yeah.
it had a little bit more juice than the World Series. But NBA is in trouble. I think they're making a lot of money off of streaming, and
Mm-hmm.
they're making a lot of money off of this ad revenue. But if they're not careful, these guys are not leaving the game in a good spot for the next generation. And we talked about how diluted the
Mm-hmm.
game is right now. They're adding
Yep.
two more teams. People are complaining already that you can't add two more teams. The talent's diluted enough. The NBA could be that bubble could be bursting soon enough. And what you built off of Magic, Larry, then Michael Jordan, and then LeBron and Kobe and LeBron, that bubble's going to burst pretty soon. So they better be careful. But I mean, in the NBA too, I mean, you got the two top dogs, right? The Pistons, and the Thunder hanging on to their number one seed. I mean, I'll start with you, Coach. Do you think any of those two teams will fall out of the number one seed as they were about
2 weeks.
15 games
Yeah,
left?
we got about 2 weeks left in regular
Mhm.
Yeah,
season.
no, but 2 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
2 3 weeks.
I would say to the Thunder, objects in your rearview mirror are closer than they appear.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
the Spurs,
That Spurs team is coming.
as much as it
They're good.
pains me to say, and I'm sure it pains at least one of the Rockets fans on here, unlike Larry, who like loves his Spurs. Like
I love Wembley.
this,
He's amazing.
He loves the
This-
Have
Spurs.
He's on
He
your
loves-
fantasy team. Is he on your
This-
You
fantasy
can
team?
have some.
this Spurs team, and I don't want to bring in the team that plays not too far away from them down I-10. But this Spurs team is everything that you want when you're rebuilding a franchise. A trade here, a trade there, build through the draft and stuff like that in development. Guys who like maybe you drafted in the second round or picked up off the street and you're developing and stuff like that, and you get them in the building and like you coach them up and stuff like that. And it's just, I wish that the team that I root for could have done this, but it's just like that's a launch pad in 2 weeks. I would say I'd be more worried if I was the Pistons though, because again, like they're without their star. But I think the Pistons have a bigger lead than
They do.
They have
Yeah.
five
They have
games.
five.
yeah. So I
Got
think
five
like
games
I've said, like I think the Pistons have a bigger lead over the Celtics than the Thunder do over the Spurs. So I mean, the Thunder have a bad week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Spurs could be right there at it. So I think just for now, I think the Pistons are safer to hold on to that top spot than the Thunder are, which is crazy to say that, but that's how good the Spurs team has been playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, Larry, what say you? What say you?
You know what? The only reason why I would say the Pistons is because of the head-to-heads.
Mm.
Like
Mhm.
Spurs have been playing amazing, but they also have been beating the Thunder, and they own
Yeah.
the tiebreaker against the Thunder.
Yep.
So you catch them. Hey, Steve said have a bad week in the West. You can have a bad beginning to the week, bad 3 days, and you are now in. I'm not even gonna say what pace you in. Oh man, I'm trying to remain calm today.
You can do it. I know you can.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But yeah, that's just how the West is. But like I said, if Thunder do get catch, hey, the Spurs do own that tiebreaker, and that's gonna be crazy. But we'll see. Like I say, I'm not Steve. I'm not a Spurs fan. Like you have your baby Magic, dude. Hey, I like Wembley.
I've
man,
seen you
dude.
talk more positively about the Spurs, and then you have your own team before. Get out my face, Travis.
Would you rather
He's
him talk
amazing,
about the
bro.
Rockets
He's
series? Would you
amazing.
rather him talk about the Rockets?
I want him to be
say that
miserable.
name. I didn't want to say
Miserable
that
love
name.
company, damn it.
Whatever
I want
keeps
him
him
to
from
be miserable
tweaking,
like
man.
I did not want to say that name, man. It's the team that occupies a couple of
two
days.
weeks ago, the Rock
before
two, 2 weeks ago, the Rockets were the 3rd seed in the West.
And that
We
ain't
are
making
now
any sense.
And the Lakers were the 6th seed. Guess where those two teams are as of tonight?
They flip-flop. They flip-flop.
We can't escape the Lakers for shit. I'm sorry about my language, but it's like you know what?
We lost to the Bulls last night, bro.
We didn't lose to the
yeah.
Bulls. They got their ass kicked by the Bulls.
I'm not doing that.
Yes.
All right, so
Bro.
moving on to baseball to calm you out.
Hey, look,
Please stop.
look.
They lost.
2 weeks, man. 2 weeks, man. It's gonna be crazy.
Teeth kicked in by the
Listen.
damn Bulls. Like
I know. Listen.
bunch of G leaguers and
It's tight. It's tight in the West, but it's tight. It's tight in the East too,
went
though.
nuclear. The brother I wanted on the squad, Colin Sexton, went nuclear. You know what? Baseball.
Listen. I'm trying to move to the Eastern Conference.
Look.
Like it's tight in the West, but it's also tight in the East too. Like you could be at the
Look.
5 seed, or you could be at the bottom of the play-in. Like,
well,
I
told you guys that weeks ago. I was
there.
like, hey guys, the most exciting thing to watch down the stretch in the NBA is the bottom of the Eastern Conference. They are throwing haymakers at each other down there.
And they're actually
crazy.
above 500
Orlando,
too.
Miami,
unlike the Warriors. So that's good to see.
Man, you know what's the worst thing about the Rockets? Y'all want to know what's the worst thing about it? I just had to say it, man. You know what team we made a trade with to acquire one guy named Kevin Durant? You know what team has had more injuries than a little bit? The Phoenix Suns. You know who's right on our ass?
The
Phoenix Suns.
Without Dylan Brooks, without
Green has been hardly played.
He's played. He's just been terrible.
Yeah, he missed the first part of the season.
They would probably love for him to not play. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's,
dude, that's the worst.
I try.
How do you say
I wasn't trying to hijack the show. I'm sorry, Barry. I apologize.
No, I tried to move you to the East so you didn't have to think
Steve brought it out of me, man. Steve brought it out of me.
This is my fault.
One thing I want to highlight. What a difference getting rid of a cancer is, because ever since the Hawks traded Trae Young away, they've won 9 straight. Like they won 9 straight. They won 9 of their last 10. They're all the way in the 6th seed now. They were under 500.
Yeah.
And you would thought they were getting in the lottery. This team is 40-32 in the 6th seed right now. The Hawks playing good basketball.
Well, Kuminga is playing the way, like if he would have been playing like that for the Warriors, he would. But he's like, I tried to tell y'all I could ball, man. Y'all trying to keep me on the bench. I tried to tell y'all.
I feel like he was holding back. I feel like he was like, you know what? You don't want to play me. When I do play, I'm gonna play like crap. That's kind of what I felt.
They basically were like, "Oh, shut up, kid." You know what I'm saying? You'll get these 15 minutes and you'll like it. You make the best of these 15 minutes, and he's like, "All right, bet."
Steve Kerr is underrated. Overrated. I keep saying that.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I mean, do I think he's an all-time coach? No. I mean,
like,
he's overrated.
Hey, Steph, go shoot it, Steph.
He inherited. He inherited.
Draymond, go kick somebody in the teeth. Draymond, like, yeah.
He inherited because
he's got rings. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Like, do I put Steve Kerr in the same conversation as like a Phil Jackson? Do I think he's a better coach than Chuck Daly? We'll see.
I don't think he's a better coach than Eric Spoelstra.
How many young players have they fumbled on?
Eric Spoelstra is a damn good coach.
Coach said it. I didn't say it. Coach is a coach.
So who gonna do something about it, dog? Like
I'm not. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. You said it, and like a lot of people are afraid to say it, but like I feel like Steve Kerr is a good coach. I just don't see him like that. I don't see him as an all-time great.
Could he have done anything that Mark Jackson didn't do? Could he have done anything? Well, we know what Mark did wrong, but did he do anything more than what Mark Jackson did?
He did wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna say it, but did he do anything? Could he, from a coaching perspective, did he do anything more that Mark Jackson would have did with the same?
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like to put it, Steve Kerr, like Pat Riley. I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. Like,
I'm not putting Steve Kerr and Pat Riley's company. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But like, everybody wants to annoy him because it's a recency bias. Like, he's the greatest coach ever. Like, I'm not trying to.
And titles do not equate a great coach. No. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
can we please put that in the resume? Please put that in the requirement.
How many draft picks have he fumbled? If you're a good coach, you're gonna maximize that talent, right?
Especially when you had a bad year and then you got a top pick. And
I'm just saying, and I'm not being funny. You know, we get what happened with Jordan Poole, but why is him and Draymond even getting into this fight? You the coach. That fight should have never even happened.
I mean, right. You can't. Okay, so
you can't stop it.
You can't stop that. You can't stop
everybody
that.
was wrong in that
To
situation.
your point,
Draymond was wrong. Poole was wrong.
Yeah, but
like everybody was wrong in that situation.
But I'm just saying,
Wiseman didn't. They drafted Wiseman high. It didn't pan out.
Wiseman,
Kaminga didn't pan out.
Wiseman,
There were a couple
Kuminga.
other draft picks that they had that
Moody
didn't pan
is
out.
getting more playing time.
It's Moody. You got Moody. You got Wiseman. You got Kuminga.
Yo, that injury yesterday was rough.
Yeah,
I know. Oh my God!
Bad.
Prayers up to him. Like I didn't see an elbow.
I was
like
like, holy crap, dog. But anyway, Moody before he got hurt.
But seriously, like those three players you should be winning another championship with the older Steph Curry with those three players.
Yeah,
you fumbled that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, with those three guys. So I mean, to LG's point, who's that on? That's not on the GM. That's on you as a coach. So
yeah, and I just always feel like
to play Kuminga.
No, it was the refusal to play Kuminga, but they always kind of like put their younger guys kind of like to the side and stuff like that. And it's like it's the core guys. It was Clay, it was Dre, it was Steph, and then Clay. They told Clay to like get out the door. You know what I'm saying? And then why is Draymond still there? When Draymond, I think, should have been the guy that should have traded. They holding on to Draymond too long. But it's like because of his LeBron connections, you don't want to burn that bridge, so you keep him around and you do all that, you know. And it's I don't know. It's like the Warriors. It's just a thing. It's like they could have won more. They decided to blow it up and was like, all right, well, too much winning.
They didn't even blow it up, man. This was like, you know what? Let's set the kid trap in the kid match and see some sparkles. But they didn't really blow anything up.
But they've had good young players to keep it going, and so that's on the coach to me.
The Jimmy Butler signing, when they signed Jimmy Butler and didn't give that time to Kuminga.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no disrespect to Jimmy Butler, and again, it's unfortunate that he's hurt, but you had something in Kuminga.
Right.
And you let him out the door, and now he's going to Atlanta and balling his ass off.
Aaron, when you got Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler's a good player. Okay, Kuminga, you playing, 10, 20 minutes a game, 15 minutes. Jimmy Butler's hurt, you playing 35 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Good coaching. Yeah. Hey, I just say it.
Yep, there you go.
I just hate to say it like that.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to the Hawks. Kuminga, the best thing for him was getting out of there. Atlanta's in good shape. If they can keep this going and into next year, with what they got to have coming back for Trae Young, that's a dangerous team right there. So,
Larry, your Raptors are kind of stumbling a little bit.
A little bit,
stumbling down the stretch.
But nobody would have thought they were where they were right now.
I give them that.
I didn't have them at the 5.
I think they were going to be right where they were. I thought they would probably be like an 8 seed. So
I had them in the play-in.
Yeah, I had them in the play-in team.
I like the talent, dude.
So,
and looking back in hindsight, man, look, yo, Knicks drafting RJ. RJ looking like looking like that was probably the best pick in that draft. I'm just saying.
Well, RJ Barrett?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I always liked him. He just didn't fit in New York. He didn't fit with the players we had. So
he learned how to go
the best thing we did was getting an OG for him. I mean, that was one of the best trades that we made. So.
I think that was a trade that was good for both teams too, because I know people who won this trade. I think that was literally one of those rare situations where both teams benefited from that trade.
Yeah,
exactly. I think the Knicks got what they needed, and the Raptors got what they needed.
But looking back now, I mean, we all know what Zion's doing. We all know what Ja's doing.
Well, Zion's in shape right now. Hey. I mean, I just watched him tonight. He looked like a player. He's actually in shape.
In front of him. Don't pass a Twinkie in front of him.
Don't. Get him out of New York. Don't get no good pizza and stuff down there. Get him out of New York. He looks like he's in shape. He's doing some things. I mean, the Pelicans are. Good team.
Man, that team. I don't know how long that team's going to be able to survive in New Orleans.
I don't know.
Like 18 people were at that game the other night. I kind of just was going around around the horn stuff like that. There were 18 people there the other day. I was like, they were giving away smoothies and stuff like that. They were like, hey, right. I'm like,
hey, Steve. Man. I think whoever's that third team that loses out on expansion, here you go, consolation prize. You can relocate. Right? You can relocate, and this is your consolation prize.
Seattle's getting the Supersonics back, and then
which I love.
You think Vegas will get a team?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
LeBron's like, well, you know what? That's not something that I'm like really in. It's like, dog, you were the main one. Like, oh well, we should put a team in Vegas. And then I want to, and then also now he like, no, I actually don't.
yeah, no, come on, dude.
That's it. That's it. He's gonna try to play for another 2-3 more years.
I know. I wish he would just go. Just go.
No,
It's
man,
like
because
I don't want.
Bryce,
I don't want to
look,
watch him gone.
Bryce is gonna play one more year at Arizona. Then he gonna come in the draft. Then it's gonna be
no.
the James boys all together again.
Don't wish him gone.
All right,
Like,
moving. I'm sorry I mentioned this because it's just gonna make me angry. The villain's
yeah,
gonna make me
yeah.
very angry. But like,
So be like
so
with the
you think it's
last
Vegas
pick of
and
the second
Seattle?
round, Bryce James.
Yeah, with the 55th pick in the,
I know.
in the NBA draft.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I agree with you. I think the Pistons are probably, they're a 5-game cushion. I think they're probably safe. The Thunder, they got the Spurs on their heels, so we'll see how that turns out. But it'll be interesting. I don't see a lot of movement at the top. I think the bottom, to your guys' point, is where you're going to see a lot of till the last day. It's going to be very interesting on the last day of the season. So we'll see how that turns
Hey,
out.
villain.
Yeah.
You in the house. You wasn't in with us, so I got to get the villain's perspective because the three of us already talked about it. This was the Knicks' year. Their window is open. How do you view that now?
As far as like,
this was
is
the Knicks' year.
Is the window still open?
Well, is it their year? Is it their year to come out the East? Is it, is that window
It
open?
has to be. I mean, my blood pressure pills I just got a refill in the mail, so I think I can get through the playoffs watching them give me a heart attack because
starting in the first round
of
the playoffs started today, you'd be playing those aforementioned Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, I think I got my machine right here to check my blood pressure.
He got to
make sure everything.
Oh no!
I mean, this is what they do to me, bro. Like seriously, like we only won by 5 points at home to the Pelicans, but then we can beat the crap out of the Spurs, like and blow out the Nuggets at home at their place. Like this is fellas. I need you guys to do me a favor. After every playoff game, I need you to just call me and make sure I'm okay. Because I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be down, and my wife's gonna be upstairs sleeping. My kids are gonna be up here, and I'm gonna have like a heart attack. I'm gonna be out here like drooling out of my mouth because the Knicks they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill. This has to be our year, Larry.
Everybody thought it was the Knicks Invitational, and it's not looking.
Yeah, not for nothing, but it's just crazy how at the beginning of the season we all sat here and was like, okay, this gotta be it for the Knicks, right? This has to be the year for the Knicks. It is now, or I ain't gonna say never, but it is now. Our boy,
stars are aligning.
The stars are aligning. It's all in front of the Knicks. That's the exact phrase I used. I was like, hey guys, it's all in front of the Knicks. It's right there.
It really is. It still is to me in a sense that
that's when I was going to say.
You don't know what you're going to get.
It still is. So
yeah, but like you don't know if the Pistons are going to be full strength, what Cade Cunningham's going to look like in a couple weeks. The Knicks have beaten the Celtics all season, and we beat them last year when they had their best player. So, am I worried about them? No, because they're not. They're a good. The Celtics are a good team. Don't get me wrong, but like the guys that were there last year aren't there right now, right? So, okay, am I worried about them? Not. Yes, but not to the extent where I would have been if they were full strength, right?
I think y'all
Cavs, I don't know what you're gonna get with the Cavs. So, like, if this was the year, this is the year. Let's go.
Look, I think at the beginning of the year, y'all had Hendall and he had the Bifrost open ready for y'all. But now it's like the other guy there. He might not open the Bifrost for you. Hey, I don't know. Oh my God. Man, I don't know, man. Because, dude, think about it. Everybody said Pacers, and the Pacers are a hot mess right now. Everybody thought Boston wasn't going to be Boston because of, Tatum's injury. People was like, oh, okay, what the Pistons may do. Nobody saw the Raptors. Like, that it is not looking like y'all got that good old Bifrost open, but
I'll be completely honest with you. Like
the Bifrost was destroyed.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what it's looking like at first. Like y'all had the Bifrost opening. Nah, it's not looking the same, man. Look,
no, it's
you might
not.
need something. I just got the alert. I don't know if y'all saw it. Jai's out for the season, and I just said Barrett looking real good.
Surprise.
Yeah, shut it
Surprise,
down.
surprise.
Shut it down. Shut it down. What are
Shut
we
it down.
Yeah, they
doing
should
here?
have shut him down.
What are we doing?
Shut it down and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Find a hobby
Just
for that
make
dude.
sure when you shut him down that somebody is following him and knows exactly where he's at all times.
No, it's like, you still got to come to the games. You ain't playing. You still
you still got to work. You still got to work.
We cannot let him like be running around like unchecked and unsupervised.
And Memphis,
you still got to come to the games,
You got to be like a guy I usually mentioned that you got to check in and you got to make sure we know.
Check in with your PO, aka
you're on probation.
You know you got to go to rehab, but at least show up in the building and let us know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You come back to the house, make sure there ain't no hammers around. You ain't doing nothing stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
Or if you gonna do that, like turn your phone off. Like I mean,
that part. That part.
Hey, no inviting kids over for a pickup game.
Yeah.
If you're a 17-year-old, do not go to Jai House.
Yeah, stay at the mall. Like stay at the mall. Stay away from the Foot Locker with those mean old teenagers. You know what I'm saying?
The 17-year-olds.
Yep. Exactly. I don't know. It'll be interesting down the stretch. Oh God, you just worked my blood pressure. I'm trying to calm down.
It's like this. Like so. I mean, me personally, I'm not gonna have too much stressful playoff basketball to watch. Rockets gonna get their ass kicked in the first round, and I can enjoy the rest of the playoffs like a normal fan.
Hey man,
it'll be all.
I think you can beat the Lakers. You
keep saying that. You keep saying that, and I don't know why. You're making me upset when you say that. You want to see me upset? You keep saying that, and it's false. You keep saying that. You got me yelling and screaming at 10:30 at night in my house. Like, stop saying that, Barry. Please.
I'm gonna refocus, Steve. Man, we are gonna start working on this Astro show because that's the only interesting thing in Houston right now.
Nobody cares about that.
Ratings
in the toilet. Ratings in the toilet.
We'll work on that.
I'm not producing that show, Barry. You're up.
I'm not producing a damn. There'll be nothing but profanity. The tinker at the below be like, the Astros suck. Nobody cares about this show, but thanks for watching. That's what the tinker would say.
That is the only thing interesting.
I got the Niners show on lock next week. I got the Niners show on lock. I'm doing that after stuff. I can't do it.
We cannot. If you're from Houston, the only thing interesting right now is the rodeo.
Oh man, listen, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for that Niners show. I'm good. I mean, I wanted to talk about baseball, but we're at quitting time. We gotta cut it off. We'll have to talk about baseball next week.
Man, you know what I want to say?
Look, man, it's all right here, man. It ain't going nowhere. It's like all this will still be true next week. So it's like, for real,
all ring true. I love it. Yeah, just don't say Aaron Judge. People might get pissed off that he doesn't show up.
You know what? I'll give you a little preview, real quick. Let's see. What
I'm sure
I got it all there. Let's see.
You wrote it down.
I'll give you a little preview. The Cubs win the NL Central.
Interesting. Hey, what's his face? Armstrong just signed a $116 million contract. I think it was something
PCA,
like that.
Yeah, lock him up. I love that deal.
That's what happened when you play good in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, he did well in the WBC too.
Yeah, play good in there.
You'll
be rewarded.
15, I think, for him.
Yeah, you'll be rewarded. We'll give you big money, and Aaron Judge strikes out again. In the World Baseball.
Don't worry, but Cole pitched today. He struck out 3 people today, so he's coming back.
Dude, I was still tripping on how do the Yankees have 3 of the highest paid players in baseball, and if they don't at least, I'm gonna say, win a World Series, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Why are you spending this money?
So thank you everybody for joining the show. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get you. I don't want to talk about the Yankees. I'll be up until 11:30 screaming and
I
yelling.
was, dude, I
Just
was
like you
tripping.
would tweak out about that team in Houston. I'm gonna tweak out on the Yankees. Don't do this to me right
But you know
now.
what? I still was tripping on how they was like the highest paid players in baseball.
He's
Cause they
still
start
going.
talking
He's
about,
still talking.
He's still going.
because
You got to
see,
stop.
He's
because
He's not
Crow.
gonna
No,
stop.
I'm saying because Crow got his
he,
money, and it was like highest paid players.
So something happened to his microphone, y'all.
yeah,
So to his microphone.
yeah.
I can't.
I'm gonna check my blood pressure real quick. Give me a second.
No, I was going somewhere with this. I was saying that how do you see
So,
players
He
making
won't
50
stop.
million and it's
He
like
won't
Otani
stop. He
127
won't
million?
stop. Make it stop. Make it stop. We will
He's like
talk
a dad at
about
a
baseball
barbecue, man.
next
we will
week.
talk
Yo,
about
Let me
Yo,
baseball
let me
next week.
let me let my medication sink in so my blood pressure
yeah.
can go down a little bit, and then we can talk about how the Yankees are just gonna piss me off. They're gonna
Hey,
look like world beaters
Steve.
all season,
No,
and then
Steve,
get
you
into
was
the playoffs and get destroyed by the Blue Jays. Okay,
Hmm.
Steve, you
what?
missed it, but Barry was over here talking about purple stuff in your cup and swinging and banging and stuff. We got to check his cup. What's
Swinging,
in there? He been in Houston too long.
sipping that lean.
Hey,
Um,
that
you
he
lane.
know,
talking
you're a
about
Houston
sipping
Oiler. He's a
lean.
Houston Oiler
We got
over
to check
there.
his cup, man. He over here.
Oh
Hey,
man.
Aaron, he turned into your uncle over here on the show.
Yeah,
I love
man.
it. I
Like,
love it. Listen, I appreciate you guys coming through.
It's all good, man.
Aaron Sirius Simmons, better late than never. Coach, always a pleasure to have you 20 minutes late because I miss doing
mm-hmm.
shows with you, brother.
It's
And
fantastic.
LG holding this down. I can't wait for his show. But let's get us everybody out of here. Coach, I appreciate you, brother. Get us out of here. Give us a close. Give us a plug. And we get out of here.
All right. So, like, okay. So, I would like to talk about Anthony Volpe for just a second. Um, no, no. Next week. We'll be here till midnight. But
So
anyway,
now I'm gonna be Johnny Gargano and lay out during the whole show. That's what I'm gonna do.
I got a few
Larry
thoughts
doesn't
about
get
Anthony
the
Volpe. I got a few thoughts about
Larry,
Anthony
Larry don't
Volpe.
get
You
the
know,
reference, but if you
you guys
know,
don't mind
you
I share
know.
him real quick on my way out the door. No,
Yeah.
but
Did you see Larry? Coach? Did you see Johnny win on NXT laid out?
yes,
Gone.
That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. If I gotta
that's
talk about
ridiculous.
Anthony Volpe, I can't do it.
No,
I'm sorry.
so anyway, look, as always, a pleasure, man. Total Sports Podcast. Thank you for rocking with us, man, and keep rocking with us. We got all this content on the way, man. Like, I guess we're gonna be heavy baseball next week as baseball gets ready to start tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Can't wait.
I know.
Even though it's the Yankees and the Giants, it's baseball. Can't wait.
It's on Netflix.
On
So
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yes, on Netflix, everybody. On Netflix. Anyway,
Yeah,
y'all know
Who
how I
said we
close
gonna
it,
be there?
man.
Crazy.
You know, yeah, crazy. God is good.
All the
all the
time.
All the
time.
time.
Make sure y'all drink y'all water, stay hydrated. Um, and of course, most importantly, get them dubs up, cause Wu Tang is for the children. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all.
Forever tour. Forever tour. Thank you. LG, get us out of here, my brother.
Ah man, I wouldn't be myself if I wouldn't say, man, hey, next Monday, hey, it's going down, man. Look, hey, if anybody know, you cannot put me and Corey together. You cannot put us together. Hey, look, I told Aaron, hey, get his fingers ready because he may be having to hit a couple of dumps. Hey, do not put us together. I'm gonna have to make sure I pull up something. Hey, like you said, I'm gonna have something in my cup. We are talking Niners, man. Hey, look, outside that team that plays in I'm gonna say Dallas, when you start talking Niners, man, you tapping into a big fan base. And all my Niner brethren, I want them all to come pull up, enjoy the game with us. And I wouldn't be me if I wouldn't say shout out to the VCU Rams.
He gone.
I can't believe it. Diabolical. Diabolical. Serious, man. You know what? I'm gonna let myself out, and I'll let you close the show since I opened the show. Um, everybody, thank you so much for rocking with us, Coach and LG. Prayers up for Unc. I hope he's doing well. We thinking about you. Listen, my cousin has a new album out, just dropped today. I said I would give him a plug. He used to do some music for some of our old shows, so hopefully I can link up with him and he can help us out with some stuff. The Endurance Caviar MAP, go check that out. Just dropped today on Apple Music. So shout out to my cousin. We doing big things. We got the backstage business. We're gonna schedule that. That's going on tomorrow. A lot of stuff to talk about in the WWE, maybe AEW, TNA world. But serious, always a pleasure doing the show with you. I'm out. You know what to do, bro. Peace.
Yes, sir, man. Yo, it's your boy Serious repping that 412 and the 703. Such a privilege and absolute pleasure doing this show with these gentlemen on tonight. As they already alluded to, man, we got a table full of stuff ready for you guys to come through tomorrow. Backstage business, man. We're going to be talking about everything around the world of the WWE, man. There was a lot that went on yesterday and Friday that we got to talk about. So looking forward to sharing the space with those guys. The Gold Rush, the 49er Forever Show, I forget what they're calling it. But that is debuting on Monday night at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time. Corey, Larry is gonna be in the building. I think Breaking News Hughes is gonna pop in for a little bit. Some other things is going on around. And then the following Monday, we are in the process of collabing with another Rockets fan. So myself, Larry, Steve, we're going to be collaborating with another Houston Rockets show, man, bringing it to you guys live on this network a week from Monday, and then it's our normally scheduled progress. Also, our very own Queen Stacy was on another podcast. Is a late night mama show, women's wrestling, man. So shout out to her for doing her thing. Shout out to our friends over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts, man. Aaron, Justin, and those guys. My boy Trev at the Playbook Podcast, man. Something about sports. Sydney, Virginia, Wicked Bitter, man. The list is long, man, and we got so many more people coming through, man. So it's a privilege doing the show with you guys, and I always close out my shows like this: God is good, even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless you guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.